Hey, it's Katie, Fiola Jones. I am coming in here with a quick update with our moving process. If we don't already know each other and you're just tuning in to what is going on in our lives, I am a certified Christian financial counselor. I help believers learn how to manage their money in light of the gospel. But lately, I've been kind of switching it up and doing these more vlog style videos. They're new to me. I still feel pretty awkward doing them, but a lot of you have been saying that they're helpful and that you're enjoying them. So here we go. I have been documenting more about our move from Denver to Michigan for a new job that my husband has at a church out there. We are super excited about all of it. And yeah, we are, as I'm recording this, we are about a month out from moving. And that is just so crazy because we've kind of known about this move for the past several months, and now it's just really, really real. And I really have to figure out the details for this move. And that's typically something that I do because I'm more of the planner and researcher and things like that when it comes to household stuff. Now, my husband, on the other hand, is the planner and preparer and all the things for big events and parties. He's so good at that. But when it comes to like stuff like finance wise and like logistics for vacations and stuff, he usually leaves all that to me because I actually really enjoy going through this research process and getting on the phone and talking to people and negotiating and figuring out how to get the best deal with some of these things. And so, yeah, a lot of that stuff typically tends to fall into my bucket of responsibility, which is great because I think I am pretty decent at it maybe. So I'm going to share with you what I've been researching and just some of the things that we've been learning. I have been working the last couple weeks to collect quotes for moving and exploring a variety of different options. And we kind of chunked our move into 3 different main options. Option 1 is basically the totally done for you kind of move. This is where you find a moving company to load up all of your stuff and then take it away and unload all of your stuff on the other end. Option 2 is the somewhat more DIY version where you rent a truck and pack it all up ourselves and then drive it out to Michigan all by ourselves. Option 3 is to buy a shipping container and then have it transported out to Michigan for us. Now, a few things to note before I dive into each of these 3 options is we plan to pack up our whole house and get it into whatever container or truck is going to be taking our belongings out to Michigan. And then us as a little family, we're going to be driving and taking our time to get out to Michigan and stop and see some friends along the way. So we won't be getting there until like a week and 1 day after that. So it poses a few challenges with each of these 3 options because we need to consider our belongings potentially getting there before us and who is going to manage the arrival of our belongings. And the other interesting part of our move is that we are not actually moving into the house that we will be living in. We are actually going to be moving into a temporary housing situation with somebody from the church that we are going to be moving to and that my husband will be working at. So this poses a few challenges. 1, we're not going to be there probably when our stuff gets there. And 2, it's not being moved into our house. So it needs to be in some temporary situation as well. So with those few pieces of information in mind, the first option of having movers come and pack all of our stuff up and take it away, we would plan to pack up our own stuff into boxes, but we would have a moving company, load up the truck and then drive it for us if we were to do the moving company route. This option is definitely the easiest as far as like we don't have to pay attention to a lot of the details and logistics of getting the stuff out there and a lot of the just practical stuff. It's more just the moving company shows up, you put your stuff in the truck and they get it out there. Oftentimes with moving companies, they don't go direct to your new location. They often will pick up other stuff along the way, and your stuff is sharing space inside of a moving truck. So if we were to do it very likely would be that we would be arriving to Michigan around the same time as our stuff. Likely. It's hard to say. Sometimes with moving companies, they give you like a range, like a date range of when the truck will get there. So you don't actually know the specific date as well. It's also the most expensive way to move. It's like having a company come and do it for you, right? Because they're doing everything. And obviously, there's the experience that comes with it. They're professionals. They know what they're doing. It takes a lot of the question out of the process for you. You don't have to think about a lot. But again, it is the most expensive. So we are trying to be good stewards of the money that we are spending on this move. We would love to stay within like $10,000 for a move. I don't know if that sounds like a lot or a little bit to you if you are considering a move in the near future, but that is kind of the budget that we would love to stick within for ourselves. And some of the quotes I have gotten for moving companies have been far over 10 grand. The lowest has been about 14,000, and then the highest has been close to $20,000. That one was quite a lot of money, though I think that if I have to go back to the quote, I think that they were including some temporary storage of our stuff like in one of their own warehouses. So that also tends to add a lot more to the quote if we were going to do it that way. If we choose either the moving with the company or the renting a truck and putting our stuff in there, our items will have to be unloaded into a temporary storage situation. Thankfully, we've had people and even the church offer some space for our stuff to be stored for free while we are looking for a house. So that at least takes that out of question as far as the expense for it. However, it seems very tedious to have to unload a whole truck and then reload something back up because I think we'd have to move everything to our new house eventually. So it would be hard. It's obviously doable, but it is challenging. If we do the renting of the trucks, it's definitely a lot more cost effective, but there's a few more logistics for us to kind of think through because we likely would have other people driving the trucks for us. So it's really nice that we have had people who have been like, yeah, we would love to do that for you. So that at least takes care of us. We really want to be able to go and see our friends along the way. And so we're still going to be able to do that if we were to use the truck renting option. However, it still is somewhere between 10 to probably 12 grand. We could potentially do it for closer to like $8,000 depending on the size of the truck that we end up renting. But we would still like to pay for the gas and the hotel rooms and things for the people that would be driving the truck out there. So it can be within the budget, definitely. But it also feels kind of strange having just friends or something move our stuff without us. And so that's just something to consider and keep in mind as we explore our options. And then the last option is actually very intriguing to me. It's something that my friend brought to my attention as a possible idea of moving as well as having our stuff stored for a temporary amount of time. And that is to buy a shipping container and then find a company to then move the shipping container out to Michigan. Again, there are some logistical challenges with this. First, we live in the suburbs of Denver, and buying a 20 or 40 foot shipping container is a little challenging, more so from the stance of where do we put it? We probably will need a 40-foot shipping container. They really only come in 20 or 40 feet, and then they come in like 45 and 47 and 50. And it's like, why don't you have anything in between? Because honestly, like a 25 or 30-foot shipping container would probably do it perfectly for us. 20 is probably too small unless we like really, really downsized a lot of our stuff and just decided to start over with a lot of our furniture. So a 40-foot container is huge, and we live in a cul-de-sac right now, and that is going to pose challenges because a lot of the companies have already said, like, we're not going to put a shipping container in your cul-de-sac, like in front of your house. I know that our neighbors would be okay with it. We only share the cul-de-sac with 3 other houses, and all of them would be like, yeah, for a couple days, whatever. But it's a matter of like the space to put the container down and safely drive the like trailer that's actually holding the container away. There's like not quite enough room for them to do that. The other option is, so we back up. Our house actually is along a just totally empty road that goes directly to a park nearby, and it's really extra wide. It's not a busy road, and so there's not a lot of people there, and there's no houses that face that road. It's all houses that back up to it. So nobody really parks there unless the park itself, like the actual where the baseball fields and everything are, if they have tournaments going on, it gets really backed up and they park all along that road. But we plan to move during the week, and they only host those tournaments and things on the weekend. So here I'm thinking, well, it could be really awkward, but we could put this 40-foot container behind our house and walk all of our furniture through the yard to the shipping container. Now I'm talking to our city to make sure that it's okay to put a shipping container there for just 2 days, have it dropped off, load everything up, and then have it picked up the next day, and then have someone drive it out to Michigan. This option is something that we have found we can do within our budget for the $10,000. And the intriguing thing about this is it also takes care of that question of where are we going to store our stuff, and it keeps everything safe inside of basically a storage unit itself. Like it's like just a container that will have our stuff. We will still easily have access to it, and we even have people out in Michigan who are like, you can put a shipping container on our property, or even the church has been like, you can put a shipping container here. So that's been kind of nice because it seems like a little bit less work. Now, no matter what, we would have a shipping container dropped somewhere. It would have to be moved again. This process of finding people to move a loaded shipping container, like completely full, something that's going to be around 12,000 pounds, it's a little bit challenging, but I'm not super worried about finding someone later to move it. We'll see. I could be mistaken, and it could be a hard challenge on the other end if we do it. A shipping container could be very intriguing if we buy a larger homesteading kind of property. We could either use the shipping container for storage or convert it into an office or some kind of room or something like that. We could use it, practically speaking, or we could go and sell it on the flip end and like recoup some of the expenses that we paid for it. You just think about the utility of it or being able to recoup some of that money. It just ends up being a little bit more cost effective. So that option is very intriguing to us, and we don't have to have other people handling our belongings without us being there. It's not that we don't trust people. It just seems kind of strange. I don't know. Like, here are all my personal belongings and we're nowhere to be found because we're still traveling on the way to Michigan. It would be fine, and it's still an option that we're considering. I've been able to find like shipping containers that cost anywhere between like $3,000 to like $5,500, like so $3,000 to $5,500. And yeah, so we could do that, and then finding someone to move it is usually around like also $3,000 to $5,000. All the quotes I've been getting, so it seems like a very doable option and very interesting to me, the opportunities with it. All that being said, that's where we're at with moving. I hope to have our details totally nailed down in the next like day or so. So I will keep you updated and let you know what we're doing. If you have any tips about moving, especially with something like a shipping container or doing it more DIY, I know that we are going to go with one of those options. We're probably not going to go with a moving company because we're young, we have energy, we have the mental capacity to think through a lot of the logistics and all this stuff, because with the DIY things, you just have to think through a little bit more of like, what's going to happen and how are we going to do this and the planning and preparation for it. So that makes up for the extra added cost that would go into a moving company itself. And so we definitely are going to do one of the two DIY options. It's just a matter of now which one is really going to work out best for us. We're leaning towards the shipping container option just because it is so intriguing to us. And I kind of want to do it just because I'm like, this just sounds fun. I don't know why it sounds fun to me, but it kind of does. So we're leaning that direction. If you have any tips on shipping container stuff, if you've ever purchased one or moved one or anything like that, please let me know, especially in the suburban area like the Denver metro area. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and I'll keep you updated. If you're interested in following along our journey moving from Denver to Michigan, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I've been posting some videos here and there about our process, and as we continue to get closer, I'm going to attempt to put more videos out there to document the process. We'll see about that. No promises. Anyway, join our Facebook group, Christian Money Managers, where I go live once a week to talk about things